most of the class changes are focused around taking the glyphs and the talents that weren't being used very much and bringing them up to par with the other ones that people do use a lot, mostly to make sure players feel like they have a lot of choices. So really that was the primary intent. We feel like the overall balance of the game is pretty solid. There were some PvP changes, some balance changes to address PvP concerns, but by and large the game is better balanced today than it ever really has been in the past.
I think there's going to be the biggest change would probably be the change that we've done to daily quests, where people have been used to really logging in daily and kind of trying to get their stuff done to get their tokens for their bonus rolls. Whereas now the Timeless Isle is really a whole different take on that. We're going for more of an exploration kind of discovery route, so you'll still be getting tokens to use for their bonus rolls, but they'll be getting them in a completely different way. The idea being that it can feel different every day. You could explore a different part of the island, you could find maybe a different event, you could find a different treasure chest. It's really a chance for us to kind of bring that sense back to the game of discovery. Yeah, I think Proving Grounds is another new feature that's in 5.4 that it's pretty cool. I think it's actually going to be a neat long-term thing. It's just coming in 5.4 and it kind of later in the cycle. But the idea there is that someone that maybe has never healed before, maybe they've tanked forever as a druid, and they have a healing option, but they've always been kind of scared to do that in a dungeon environment because people might get mad at them because they're not healing very well. Now they can do that in a way that feels just like a dungeon, right? We've set the whole thing up to where they can actually see party frames and heal in the frames like they would be expected to do in an actual dungeon environment. But it's also cool just for people that maybe want to hone their skills, like a tank that wants to just see how good can I do, and play all the way through all the stages. So there's a couple different options for something like that, but it's really a learning tool, right? So in the long term, maybe there's a way for us to, instead of using something like we use item level right now to say, do you qualify to do this dungeon? Maybe we could do like, do you have to get gold in Proving Grounds to do that instead? And so I think there's a lot of options for the Proving Grounds long term that can be really great for the game.